It's 3 o'clock, no more dinner dreads. It's time for dinner with Nanny Bubby. Share this video with Gather with Nanny Bubby members. Yes, I would love to do that. My goodness, that's a completely new thing that Facebook has just done, is ask me if I wanted to share with the Gather group, and I do. So that's really great. It's 3 p.m. and Nanny Bubby has been cooking all day because it's our daughter's birthday. And even though we're having just a very scaled down, small dinner, I am still working very, very hard to give my daughter a great meal celebration. So I work nonetheless hard, whether or not I have a big group of people coming or just a very few family members, which is just our immediate family here in the household. So I want to tell you a little bit about what I'm going to be making as an appetizer. It's one of her best and favorite requests. And before I do, though, I just wanted to talk a little bit about, you're seeing me kind of different today in that I'm not wearing my Nanny Bubby apron. I'm wearing my Chef Nanny Bubby apron. And this apron was my very first apron. It was given to me by a very dear friend, Sherry Quillen. And ever since she gave it to me, I call it my magic apron. So when I get in the kitchen at 7 in the morning or 6 in the morning to start prepping for a fabulous celebratory meal, this is the apron that I wear. It brings me comfort. I feel elevated in it. I feel like it's a warm hug all the time. And I don't worry about getting it dirty. I love this apron, and I love it because she gave it to me. So that is one of the things that I love about this apron. And in the background, I don't know if you can hear it, but I'm playing French Cafe Radio from Pandora. So I always have that on in the background. It just elevates me. I go somewhere completely else. I feel like I'm in Paris cooking, and I feel like maybe I'm got a little bit of Julia Child channeling through me, and a little bit of Ina Garden if she would accept me as such. So we've only got one person watching. I just want to see who that is. Allow your viewers to request to join you as a guest in your broadcast. Well, not today, so I don't know. I don't know. Facebook has changed today. Apparently they changed their algorithms because a lot of what normally happens at this time is not happening. So, okay. Well, and weird things are happening, so I don't know. So here we go. I am going to show you how to make this dish. This dish is called Eggplant Calabrese, fried eggplant Calabrese. It's a Giada recipe, and you can find it on the Food Network app. It's under Giada. So again, it's Calabrese fried eggplant. And it's one of my daughter's very favorites, and I adore making it for her. She's a vegetarian. Hey Colette, Shabbat Shalom to you as well. I adore making this for her because we use it sometimes for her in place of meatballs. While everybody else is having pasta and meatballs or something of that nature, I will make her the fried eggplant meatballs or fried eggplant balls, the Calabrese balls, and she loves that. So let's get started. Now we're going to dump everything into this food processor. And so this recipe calls for 3 minced garlic cloves. And the best way to mince garlic is to put it in a food processor. So I'm going to turn it on. Although I don't mind mincing it myself, totally do not mind mincing it myself. But right now today, because everything's going in here as one, it doesn't matter. So watch how great this is. Let me turn this around so that you can see. There we go. Let's highlight the food processor instead of Nanny Bubby here. And I'm going to turn this on, and one by one, I'm dropping the garlic in. See that? And it just starts mincing around. I'll stay quiet. And when they stop flying around, you know they've all been minced. There we go. So when I'm making a recipe like this, I always want to make sure that the garlic is minced small enough to get into every bite. So that's why I like putting it in the food processor when everything else is going in. So this eggplant has been halved lengthwise. It's been roasted at 400 degrees. Hey Mom, how you doing? 400 degrees, and it's caramelized on the top. It's great. And I'm just going to just scrape this out of the skin and put this right into the food processor. So there we go, just like that. I think Facebook has changed their algorithms because it asked me if I wanted to share this with the Gather group, which I do. I always post it there afterwards, so I'm very glad. Let me tilt this so that you can see how I'm scraping this out. There we go. Okay, we'll roll this up and set it aside. Oh, I can smell that garlic. I don't know, can you smell that garlic? So before everybody started joining, I was talking about this apron that was given to me by my dear friend, and I call it my magic apron. And when I'm cooking for celebratory dinners for whoever in the family happens to be celebrating something or a holiday, I always wear this apron. It makes me inspired. I feel very French. The apron always feels like a warm hug. And I always think of my dear friend Sherry who gave it to me. So there's that, okay. There we go. So again, this eggplant was roasted at 400 degrees for about 40 minutes until it got soft and caramelized. I'm just gonna peel that skin, I guess, instead of scraping it, if you can see. Let me see. Let me do this. There we go. If you can see, I'm just kind of peeling the skin right off. Whoop. Instead of scraping. So sometimes when it hasn't cooled and I just start going for it, I have to scrape. But because I roasted this a couple of hours ago in anticipation of all of you joining me for this, it cooled very well. Okay, so let me throw this actually in. Okay, Colette asked a question. Will this be like the Israeli baba ganoush? No, because I'm going to turn this into balls rather than into like a dip like hummus. But no doubt that maybe some of this could start in the same way, roasting it and then putting it in the food processor with garlic. Although with baba ganoush, I do think, what do you add with baba ganoush, Colette? Do you know what you add for baba ganoush? I think the, what is the sesame seed butter called? I can't think of the name of that really quickly. What is it? Tahini. Do you add tahini to baba ganoush? I don't know, actually. I love baba ganoush. I'd rather eat baba ganoush than hummus, to be honest with you. I love baba ganoush. I love everything eggplant. I'm an eggplant crazy person. Okay, last one. All right, I sort of doubled this recipe. Recipe calls for 1 pound of eggplant. I had over 2 pounds here. Okay, so into the food processor we go. Maybe I could have done a little bit of this before you all joined me, but yes, tahini. Yes, tahini, I thought of it. Okay, so there we go. It's all in. Now, I love these. Not sure if you can see it. Yep, and garlic, right. Okay, so this is one of those silicone liners, which I adore. And I roasted the eggplant on this. And just watch how easy it is to clean up. So I'm just drying it off from all the juices that were on this from the eggplant, because I'm going to put our eggplant balls right on top of this. And they're seasoned. There's a little leftover salt and pepper on this. So here we go. We're going to put in 1.5 cups of Pecorino Romano. Now, just like Parmesan, I always grind my own Pecorino Romano and my own Parmesan. Because when you buy them already ground up in the store, there's additives in it to keep it from sticking, and you just don't want that in your body. So always grind your own. It takes a few extra minutes, I know, but remember, cooking is not meant to be fast. It's meant to be fun. It's meant to be intuitive. It's meant to keep you present. So let's get rid of the quick, and let's say okay to fun. Let's say okay to centering, and then let's move on. Okay, so the Pecorino Romano goes in. We're also going to put in about 1 cup of breadcrumbs. We might put a little more in. Let me just turn this a little bit. Hi, Arlene. Hi. What are you saying? Finally on time? Yes, you're finally on time, and we're going to be seeing you Sunday for our Gather Thanksgiving group. I'm so thrilled. Okay, so in goes the breadcrumbs. Okay, now I just wanted to show you, these breadcrumbs are from Trader Joe's. They're organic. I keep them in the freezer. I always forget to buy breadcrumbs, so when I go, I get these, and they're always in there, and it tastes fantastic. Yes, fillers are horrible, and Colette will probably tell you that it's not good for your complexion. We're gonna put in, recipe calls for 1 egg, but I doubled the recipe, so this is 2 just lightly beaten eggs. Okay, and now my favorite part, I just wanna show you. So you're gonna have to bear with me while I actually do this. Let me get my knife. Hold on, I'll be right back. I don't know where my knife went. Okay, I'll grab another knife. It will show up. I probably put it somewhere perfectly for this. Okay, so let me just show you this. Okay, move this off the cutting board. This is parsley that I picked right out of Nanny Bubby's garden this morning. Isn't that amazing? And we're gonna chop this up really fine, and it's been washed because outside the tile guys are tiling and sawing that tile, and let me tell you, the dust was ginormous. So I went out there first thing this morning, brought it in and washed it. And the great thing about this parsley, Italian flat leaf parsley, is that it's baby parsley. So I harvested a bunch of parsley just, gosh, about a week ago, 2 weeks ago, and this was all the new growth. And you know, I love that. I love that about plants. It's like you could cut them down to the stem and they just say, I'm here to grow, and they just start sprouting all over again. And sometimes even to the detriment, too much. I'm also keeping the stems in here because not only are the leaves baby, but the stems are baby, and they're very flavorful. So I'm just gonna do a rough chop on this because it's going to go into the, can you see that? You can. So when Nanny Bubby's cooking for a celebratory dinner, I'm usually in here for 2 days. And when my husband comes home and says, what's for dinner, I want to kill him. So he has learned that on a day like this, he always so graciously goes and picks up dinner from wherever he wants to eat, and I will follow his lead. So, okay, let me show you this cool tool. Let me show you this. I don't even know what this is called. If anybody knows what this is called, please do put it in the chat here. So, okay, that right into the, now my favorite thing to do, so this is basil right here, and I'm gonna put in, let's see, about 1/4 cup fresh basil chopped. So look at these leaves. These are the bigger leaves. I'm gonna put some of the bigger leaves there. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is take a handful of these leaves. This is the coolest thing ever. So if you're in the chat right now, let me tell you that it's my daughter's 39th birthday. I just love that. So proud, so happy to be doing something for her. Hi, Honey Ogans, how are you? Thanks for being here. And Allison Amstel-Tage, how are you? And Yumi Alvarez, I'm so happy all of you are here. It took a few minutes, not sure why. Everybody usually pops on very quickly. Okay, so watch this. Watch how cool this is. Oh, what I was gonna say is in the chat, everybody write happy birthday Harmony. Just do that for me while I show you how to do this basil. Okay, watch. So we've taken the basil, we bunched it up, and then we're gonna take a really large, one of the large basil leaves, and we're gonna roll them up like a cigar. I might have put too much in this one. But can you see that? It's rolled up in the bigger leaf like a cigar. It's all nice and tight. And then we're gonna take this, let me do that. Happy birthday, Harmony. Everybody's typing it in, happy birthday. Even though today is her birthday, we're eating dinner tonight, tomorrow night, because she's gonna be with her husband tonight, which is very sweet, taking her to one of her favorite places before that closes down, because who knows what's gonna be. Okay, and then we're just gonna chop it like that. So tell me, hit a number 1 if you think that's the coolest thing you've ever seen. Because I will tell you, chopping every leaf and chopping everything would drive me crazy. And I saw this technique from Ina Garden and thought it was just amazing. And now I love to roll my cigars, so to speak, with my basil. Okay, let me see. I'm gonna grab this. Okay, and that goes right into the food processor. And I think I might do just a little bit more for you, just so that you can see one more. So I'm gonna take these leaves. These also came out of Nanny Bubby's garden this morning. I had to really wash them, and I really had to. Colette, you're so great. Thank you so much for your support always. So do you see how this rolls up? I'll tilt the camera again. I'm being a cameraman and a cook here all at the same time. So see how that's nice and rolled? Do you see that? Rolled like a cigar. I was just being overly aggressive and really, look at how nice that is. This is called chiffonade. Chiffonade technique or chiffonading, I think chiffonading the basil. Then I give it another extra little. Okay, so now let's scoop it up. Isn't that beautiful? Can I just tell you, I have enough basil in my garden out there to feed all of Italy. So if you know anybody that needs some basil, send them my way, because I have to tell you, as soon as it freeze hits just one time down to 42 degrees, which is not freezing, but that's where basil loses it. And Vegas gets really, really cold in the winter time. And so the minute that happens, those plants are gonna be gone. So if you know anybody that needs basil, let me know. Okay, so let me just check, make sure I've got everything in there. All is good. It doesn't even call for salt and pepper, and the reason it doesn't is because you put a lot on. The eggplant was roasted with olive oil. I use spray olive oil and salt and pepper on them. Stick them in the oven for 400 degrees. All right, so watch what happens. Can you see this? Nope, you cannot. Cameraman. There we go. There we go. Ready? Yes, Colette. We do not believe that cooking in the kitchen should be fast, and we do not believe that it should be easy, and that's the only way you should cook. But we do believe it should be fun. We do believe it should be centering. We do believe that you should take care and really look at what you're putting in your body. When I smell that, my own juices within my body are readying my body to take in, and the flavors in this house are helping my family's digestive juices begin working towards what they smell. And believe it or not, that is how your body works. When you're in the drive-thru, your body does not have a chance to get itself prepared because there's no aromas, and that's what happens. It's just not good for you. So I really want to help all of you spread love like butter within your own bodies and take care of yourself, not feed yourself, and take care of your family, not feed your family, but nourish your family. Okay, so we're gonna pulse this. Are you ready? Pulsing now. It's gonna be loud. Hit a 1 if you can hear French Cafe Radio in the background. If not, I'll turn it up because it makes my heart sing. Okay. Okay, that's looking pretty good. Let's see. Yes. Okay, let me take the camera. Can you see? Oh my gosh. You could smell the garlic in this. It is amazing. It is just unbelievable. Oh my God. It's so good. It's so good. I can't believe it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make these little Calabrese balls, the eggplant balls, right now. And then I'm going to cover them. So let me show you how I make them, which makes it really great. So hold on. Let me get this camera set. So I'm going to use an ice cream scoop. This is small. I think it's like about 1.5 inches. And I'm just going to go in here like this. And I'm going to roll it. There we go. And you know, I have to say, I think I am going to put just a little bit more breadcrumbs in here, right? Because cooking is intuitive and instinctual, but it's just not dry enough. It just needs a little bit more breadcrumbs. So let me sprinkle more in. Just dry it up so it makes a nice firm ball. Now the way that we're gonna cook these is I'm going to deep fry them tomorrow. But I am pre-making them. Let's get this mixed around. Okay, that's looking a little bit firmer now. Okay, let me see how that balls up when I take it out. If not, I can always add a little more breadcrumbs. And if it's too dry, I can add a little more egg. So let's see how this is. Ah, perfect. See how you did that? Okay, well not. There we go. Let's see. Oh, hey, Sue Gitterman. So Sue asked if I would do something on seed starting. But with the holiday and everything, and I had everything sort of booked up and ready to go, I'm not able to do it this week, and next week is Thanksgiving, and I had so many requests for Thanksgiving for next week. But I am gonna do seed starting when we come back from the Thanksgiving holiday. I'll spend one day on that. Okay, all right. There we go. Hey, Tom Gallagher. Yes. Sue says she finally got here at 3 o'clock. Hi! Oh my goodness. Guess who just walked in? Harmony. Everybody just wished you a happy birthday. So come over here, pop your head in and tell everybody thank you. So my granddaughter also, my little doll face, just came and she is going to make her mommy a birthday cake with me and I'm so excited. Hey, I have a pretzel dog waiting for you. So here we go. Come this way. There you go. Tell everybody thank you for the birthday wishes.
Thank you.
There we go. There we go. Happy birthday. Everybody wish it. What kind of knife are you using? So normally I use a vegetable knife, the global vegetable knife, but it was here and then I couldn't find it when we hit the air. So I grabbed the chef knife, but I always use the vegetable knife. How are you, doll face? Oh, are you making funny faces? Look at her. Move it over. So this is backwards so that it reads correctly, because normally it doesn't, right? Okay, so we're getting this all together.
Doing her backyard.
How fun is this? The family that eats together, cooks together. These eggplant balls are firm and perfect. Let's see, happy birthday. Hey, Auntie Heather said happy birthday, Harmony.
Thank you.
Yep, she said thank you. Okay, all right. Okay, there we go. You're not actually seeing me do this, so let me tilt this. Sometimes I'm not on my game as the cameraman, right guys? So this is gonna make, and I'm gonna serve these as an appetizer because we've got one really great pasta dish that Harmony loves, which is called vegetable Bolognese Rigatoni. And that also is a Giada recipe. I find that when I'm cooking for celebratory get-togethers that most of my recipes either come from Giada or Ina Garten, or my own. So, but I love those two very much, especially Ina. You know, everything that she does is foolproof. So I love taking her recipe and making it come to life. And then after you cook it a few times, you make it your own a little bit. Just, you know, if there's anything that you feel you want to do or something that your family would like better. Okay, I'm going to do 2 more of these. Liv, do you want to come say hello again? You want to go get your stepping stool so we can start making your cake? Do you want a bagel dog? Do you want to put the bagel dog into the oven? It's right there. Just pop it into the oven for her. She just came from school, and I knew she would be hungry. So there we go. Bagel dogs for my little granddaughter. Okay, so this is what I want to tell you. I am putting these in the refrigerator. I'm going to cover them, but here's my tip for the day. I never cover anything with foil, ever, 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 because foil is toxic. So what I mean is I will take this parchment paper and I will literally first put a sheet of parchment paper over the top of this, just like that, to protect it from the tin, right? Because aluminum is toxic and we use it all the time. And so what we want to do is really be cautious about it. So now that I've covered with, let me just show you, now that I've covered with the parchment paper, I'm going to take the aluminum and tuck it in over. You see that? Let me get this out of the way. There we go. Look, health is everything, and as I discussed with Yael just the other day, is that you really want to put your value system everywhere, including in your cooking. And for us, health is everything. So there you go. I'm going to take that and I'm going to put it in the refrigerator outside. And as I said, tomorrow what I'm going to do is grab it and I am going to deep fry it. And we're going to dip it in marinara sauce as an appetizer with some toothpicks in it, and it's going to be delish. So if you love that, I hope that you go on, and this recipe you can't find on nannybubby.com. You want to go into the Food Network app or foodnetwork.com, search Giada Calabrese fried eggplant and make this yourself. It's just amazing. And there's no doubt, maybe you could even turn your oven up to like 450 and put it in there too. So thanks so much for joining me today, everybody. And let's type this out. When I see one come in, I'll know everybody, because I think there's a delay with the chat coming in, but everybody type spread love like butter. Let's see, come in. Can I see one come in really quick? Really quick. Here we go. Here it comes. Takes time to use your thumbs. Let's see it. I will take pictures of this tomorrow night and I'll post it. You ready? Goodbye, everybody. Thanks for joining. Go forward and spread love like butter. Thanks, Colette. Thanks, everybody. Have a good day. Thanks, Sue. Anybody else? Bye, everybody.